We're live, man. We are live, live, live. It's the Walls and Wing Show. What's happening, Doug Wing?
Good evening, Ken. How are you? Good to see you.
Dude, we need like I'm gonna get us an intro video, man. We need an intro video
Yeah.
just to spice it up some. So hey, we are we got a couple of people peeking in now. What's going on, everybody? We are doing a giveaway tonight. So if you like winning stuff, some really cool stuff. Like, look, we talked about. Look, there's Frank Cranitti. What's up, Frank?
Hello, Frank.
Number one car salesman in the world, watching us right now. What's going on? Larry Schneider, Leanne Isaacson, and Doug Kuzma, and Curtis. Man, look at all these people. Intro with no countdown timer. I agree. I hate the countdown timers. So we came on tonight to talk about living life at a higher level, and I think it's perfect that it's titled that, because we're going to give away on world. He's not number one in the world yet. He's number 2, but he's on pace to be number 1 by the end of this year. Doug, you should buy a couple of cars from Frank.
What brands does he sell?
He sells everything, man.
Anything,
but he works at a Honda dealership, but he can get anything. They have 20. Frank, how many locations you guys have? 20 some locations, I think. They sell everything.
Where's he? What state's he in?
Pennsylvania. He's over in Philly. Yeah, Philly.
So he's part of a big group.
Giant. But he's like, okay, he's not number 1 in the world right now. He's number 2 in the world. He's the number 1 Honda car salesman in the world by far. So,
wow.
Ernest Odell's watching. What's going on?
Ernest.
So listen, we're doing a giveaway tonight. Number 1, the last winner we had was Cynthia Mannion.
Yeah,
and that included a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy, and it also included this bad boy right here. What's that thing called again, Doug?
That is the Little Giant Safety Step.
The Little Giant Safety Step. So see, when we say let's live life at a higher level, we don't mean that just metaphorically. We mean we're literally going to help you live life at a higher level. You jump up on that thing and you're, how many feet high is that, Doug?
That'll give you another couple feet.
Yeah.
And those are really good for like in the kitchen, different things like that, getting up in cabinets and things like that. And you've got one, Ken. You've got the older version. This new one is lighter and it holds 375 pounds now instead of 300.
So I can eat some more and still get on it.
It'll hold the big boys, yeah. And it's
really
light.
Look, Frank said, Nate says, I see those all over Safeway when I go shopping. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was actually in Albertsons today, and then I was in Whole Foods the other day, and they had them in most of the grocery stores have them.
So here's the deal. If you are already a Grow Live member and you happen to win this tonight, well, then you can gift this membership to someone else. Because it'd be kind of tough to be a lifetime member twice. So here's the rules. There are rules. Our game, our rules, right? Rules are, number 1. So Doug, we'll talk about this in a minute, but the rules are you have to share this out. So we really like people that like to give. So give by sharing this out. Get us some more attention. Get some more people on here. Share this out. If you share it to groups, that's where you're going to get the most attention. What is up, Diva Daligadig? How are you doing? Did I say that? I completely butchered it. Frank Cranitti just shared. Daggone, look at that. Frank already shared. And Frank's got a ginormous following. So thanks, bro.
Thank you, Frank.
You, man. So Larry Schneider shared. Thank you, Larry. Stephen Fitch, what is happening? So you have to share this out. Rule number 1. Rule number 2. Doug is writing a book with the unbelievably ginormous personality, Mr. Jeffrey Gitomer. And the book is going to come out by the end of this year. Is that right, Doug?
No, it's coming out in, it will be released in March. So
next year, 2022.
Yeah. Yep.
Got it. But we want you to go to dougwing.com, and at the very top of the website, there's a little button that says get notified when my book comes out. Go over there and register. You have to be registered for the book. Third rule is you have to still be on the stream. You have to be on the stream still. Frank said, now give me my prize.
Well, he's works fast. He's already done all that.
He doesn't play around, dude. What's up? James Baudouin is in the house. Doug Kuzma shared. Thank you. Tammy Ann, howdy. Steven says, I don't have a huge following, but I definitely need that lifetime membership. Right on, dude. Well, all you have to do is share this out, go to dougwing.com and get registered to receive the book. I actually am copied on that, so I'll be notified instantly of those who do register for the book. But let's talk about, and you're not registering to buy the book, you're getting registered to be notified when the book comes out. But I want to talk about this book, and we've talked about it before. Thank you for sharing, Bruce A. Mills. Thank you for sharing, brother. So let's talk about this book. What's the book about?
The book is about Hal Wing, and a little bit about his early life, but mostly about him building the Little Giant Ladder Company.
What's up, Glenn Mooreshower?
Hey, Glenn
shared it out. Thank you, bro. So it's about Hal Wing.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you know Hal Wing?
He's my father. So it's about Hal Wing and how he, started the Little Giant Ladder Company, the ups and downs of owning a small family run business. And then, how he took the company and grew it into a multi-million-dollar company. And also there's going to be a lot of really good information there about, ethics in business and how to treat employees and the culture at Little Giant that he created, different things like that.
That's so awesome, dude. So, and some of the stories that you are going to be telling in this book, I would love for, look at this, Stephen registered and he shared it out. Thank you. By the way, the more places you share this, the better the odds are that you walk away with a Little Giant 2-step ladder. So, or is it called a 2-step?
Yeah, it's a 2-step safety step. Little Giant, yeah.
Safety set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some of the stories, like you've told this story before, but for those who have not heard this story, tell the story about the gentleman that was in the hospital. That's one of my favorite stories. You don't have to tell the whole thing, but tell.
I can tell that one, Ken, or I just interviewed the CEO of Little Giant, and he told me another great story that I had forgotten about. So if you want a really neat story, okay.
Tell it.
So I interviewed Ryan Moss, who's
I'm going to give you full screen, by the way, bro.
Okay. So he's the current CEO of Little Giant last week in his office. And he shared a story that I had forgotten about. And his father was kicked in the head by a horse, and was probably, I'm thinking probably by ambulance, he would have been maybe 4 or 5 hours away from a major hospital. And so I don't know how my dad found out about this, but he just had this way of finding out that that Ryan's dad was kicked in the head by a horse and was in a dire situation. And my dad had some really good connections with Life Flight helicopters and with some physicians that he knew. And he arranged, I'm not sure how he did it, but he arranged for Life Flight to fly up in this rural town in Utah. It's kind of a cowboy town. And anyway, they came and picked him up and basically saved his life. I mean, if he would have had to go in an ambulance, which is what they were planning on, he would have never made it. He would have died. And
Wow.
and it was, Ryan was telling me, I'd forgotten about this, but not only did this save this guy's life, but he walked out of that hospital within like 4 or 5 days. I mean, it was a miracle. And then the most interesting thing is later on, this man that was kicked in the head by the horse came to work for my dad and worked there for many, many years.
Wow.
And, it was just a really, really neat story. Again, my dad just looking out for people and made things happen.
Was this a stranger?
He wasn't a stranger. He was Ryan's father, and my dad knew of him, but they weren't very good friends, but later became good friends. It's really interesting how after these things happened, how these people came to work for him and they became very close. So very interesting. Yeah, it was a great story though.
Wow. And there's so many stories about what you're, I mean, the couple that was trying to buy a car or something, and he overheard they couldn't qualify or something and bought the car.
Yeah, what happened was he was in a car dealership, and this was the very first interview that I did, and I'd never heard this story before. The very first employee that I interviewed said he was with my dad at a Nissan dealership, and this couple was there, and my dad had a way of just talking to people, and he sees this couple, and he's like, "Hey, you guys are buying a car?" And they go, "Yeah, we just got married, and we're newlyweds, and this is our first car together." And my dad said, if I remember the story correctly, I've got it, written down, but he said, "Well, whatever your car comes to, I'll pay half of it." And they were like blown away. Yeah. And so he ended up paying for half of this car for this newlywed couple. That was just.
Did he know them?
No, no, it was just a couple that was in the dealership. It just happened to be their lucky day, I guess. Yeah.
That is unbelievable. And did they ever did these people stay in touch with him? Did they
I don't think so. This is the first time I'd ever heard this story. And so one of the neat things about doing this book is I'm learning all these different stories that we'd never heard before, me or my siblings. And my mom and dad really helped a lot of people, but they did a lot of these things and they did them anonymously, which is really cool,
Wow. That's amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. So you told another story, and it was kind of a in passing kind of thing. You said you were talking to me and my wife, and you said something like, "Yeah, found out after my dad died, he bought some woman a house, like he bought her a house."
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, we were actually in the funeral home, and the line went like around the block a couple of times, and this lady came up and said, "Hey, your dad bought me a house. I was homeless," and we were like, "What?" And we didn't know anything about it. And then I interviewed another employee, a salesman for Little Giant, and he told me the same. I think it was a different person. He said that a lady came up to him and said, "Your boss, Hal Wing, bought me a house." And so again, just very generous and always looking out for people and for opportunities to help and serve. And that's one thing I really loved about my parents is they were so blessed, and we've all been blessed at the company, but they gave back big time,
They did, man. The envelopes at Christmas.
Yeah, all kinds of things like that.
That's crazy. And all of this and a lot more is going to be in this book. So I'm excited to, and I have some inside, I have some inside scoop on some of the book, man. Some of the materials phenomenal. Like, honestly, before I ever even knew you, dude, I've done thousands of live streams where I talk about giving and helping other people, and that's the secret to happiness in life, is actually giving back and helping other people have hope in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that? I
do. And we were taught to be like that, and not only mostly by my parents' example. They really didn't have to, they just lived that way. And so that's the best way to really set an example, is by doing it. And so we were very fortunate to have parents that lived it and didn't really have to preach it. They just lived it and showed us. And so we try to do what they did, and hope that we can be as good as they were, for sure.
I mean, you just take it all one day at a time and do the best that you can to help other people. And that's, when it comes to living life at a higher level, I'm reading this book I don't even know how many times I've read this book, but it's called Beyond Positive Thinking by Dr. Robert Anthony. And I have the paperback, and I have the Kindle version. And he was the part I was reading in there yesterday was, hey, Kevin Fitzgerald, how are you, dude? You need to share this out on your page, Doug.
Oh, okay. How do I do that?
Get your phone and go to my Facebook page, man, and just click share.
To mine?
Yeah.
And Ken, why don't you tell them about my skills on electronics? You can tell them about some funny stories as we're sitting there figuring this out. Let's see.
Well, so Doug bought a brand new MacBook Pro, and he has this really nice printer, and he calls me one day, and I wasn't available, and he left me a voicemail saying, dude, this printer is really ticking me off. I have had about enough of it. I'm ready to take it out in the driveway and run it over with my truck. And that's funny, but I think he was borderline serious. I think he was ready to take this printer out and
yeah. And then Ken told me, then he said to me, Ken says, hey, where'd you buy this printer at? I said, I bought it at Costco. He goes, hey, just take it back to Costco. They'll give you a brand new one. So I walked in there and I was like, they're never going to replace this. And I even had like another $50 rebate or something. And so I got a brand new printer for even less money.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We were on the phone for, gosh, you were helping me for like 5 hours yesterday or something like that.
No, 8. It was 8. It was 7 hours and 54 minutes.
Hey, where's the comments? I don't see any comments on here.
Over on the right side, click on comments.
Oh, I have to click on. Oh, there we go. No wonder. Yeah. Nobody's even on here. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people on. So we're doing a giveaway for anybody that's just coming on. We're doing a giveaway. You're going to win. The winner is going to win a 2-step little giant safety step ladder. Is that what it's called?
Yes, sir. That's it.
That's it right there. It's called a jumbo step, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to win that. Plus, the winner of this giveaway will also win a lifetime membership to my Grow Live Academy that Doug bought a bunch of licenses, and it's a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy that you're going to win. And yeah, that's what's up. So here are the rules. Number 1, you have to have shared this video out. Whoever shares it the most is going to have a better shot, just so you know. Number 2, you have to go over to DougWing.com. Why did I take that off there? DougWing.com and register to be notified on the day that the book comes out. We're not going to spam you. It's just so you can be notified when the book is getting ready to come out. We're going to email you a few times saying, hey, the book is coming out on this date, get ready, and et cetera, et cetera. And what was the third rule? If you're already a member of the Grow Live Academy, you'll be given the opportunity to give a lifetime membership away to somebody. So those are the rules. Share this out. He who shares the most has a better shot.
I shared mine, Ken. I thank you for reminding me.
Okay, well, you're in the contest. You could win a ladder.
No, you and I are not. We are not included.
I'm kidding, dude. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, Jason, that's right. It's awesome blessing others. Steven says, I love it. So, and that's, in the Grow Live Academy, I talk a lot about giving to other people. My buddy Ray Higdon is man, he created this thing called I just got a notification on my phone called a full moon alert.
What the heck? Really?
A full moon alert. What? That's weird. But anyway, so I talk an awful lot about giving, and Ray Higdon has this thing. And Ray is doing millions and millions of dollars a year in business, and he's a great man. And he came up with this thing, Doug, you might like this, called Wealth Wednesday. And what Wealth Wednesday is he challenges everybody in his private Facebook community to go out and give and take $100 bill or a $50 bill and stuff it inside a diaper box at the grocery store. Just a $100 bill down inside a grocery box, very random, or down inside a diaper box, very random. Or if you're at a restaurant and you're eating, leave $100 tip or whatever for the server. And the blessings. And I want to talk about that because, the Little Giant Ladder Company became the third largest ladder company in the world. Right?
Yes, sir.
And that didn't happen by accident. It took a lot of hard work, and it took a lot of giving and helping other people. And that's something that it sounds like your dad was a master at doing. I know you very well. You're like a brother to me. You're one of the most giving, loving, caring people I've ever known in my life. And it's just like this thing that the more you said it to me the other day, you're like, dude, I just like, it's crazy. I just keep getting blessed, and I don't even feel like I deserve it. I'm not doing anything. And but you are, you're giving back and you're helping so many people all the time. And it sounds like that's exactly what your dad has taught you.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and you and I had this conversation. I said, it's impossible to get even with God. He's always just keeps blessing you no matter what. And that's what I've learned is, he is really the source of all the blessings that I've had in my life. And it seems like you just can't get, you can't get even with him. He just keeps out doing and helping. Yeah.
It's crazy. So I've seen a bunch of emails come in, by the way.
Oh, good.
A whole bunch of people that have registered, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So we're going to go through this later. Is there a tour to Doug's garage too when you win? Doug, you want to answer that?
Well, I guess if somebody comes to Utah and wants to see.
Well, you're not in Utah.
I know that's the problem. Is the garage is being dismantled a little bit at a time as I bring one vehicle down at a time. But it might not be possible after a few more months. But
dude, you want to tell everybody about the car you just drove down the other day?
Oh, the Shelby Super Snake. Yeah, that's kind of a cool car. It's a 50th anniversary edition, and So Ford takes a Mustang, a brand new Mustang, and sends it to Shelby American in Las Vegas, and then they work their magic on it and take it from, gosh, maybe 400 horsepower up to 750. The new ones are actually over 800 now, the Super Snakes, and they do a bunch of stuff on the suspension, the engine, the carbon fiber, and those types of things, and make them pretty crazy fast. Yeah, they're pretty neat cars.
It's an amazing car. Did you see what Jerry says in there?
Where's he at?
You see the comment? Jerry Eisenhower.
Oh, okay. I guess I need some cars so I can be like Doug. Oh boy, he's a very good man. You've been into his house, right?
Oh my gosh, it's not a house; it's a palace.
Yeah,
Dude,
and I'm excited. I'm going to be on his show this next week. I think Tuesday, something like that. So,
dude,
yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I'm looking at your page right now. Where is the oh, it's not on your it's not on your here. I'm gonna share this. Here's the garage. Can I show the garage?
Yeah, that's fine.
Here's the garage that was it Larry that said that?
Yeah, Larry.
Here's the garage that is being referred to, and that's the Shelby, the white with the blue stripe, right? That's the Super Snake down there on the left.
Yes, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the green one's here now too. Yeah.
You what?
The green one's down here now too in Arizona, and that's the new GT500. That is a very impressive car.
Yeah.
They're
amazing. Now, what's your favorite car out of all those?
The red one on the top. That's the Ford GT supercar from 2005. Only 2,000 of those were made in 05, and then 2,000 more were made in 06, and then production was stopped. That's a 205 mile an hour car, and it's really a cool car to drive, but it's hard to take that anywhere because people just mob you, when you're like in a gas station, or you can't leave it for even a minute because people are, just all over it. But it's pretty neat to talk about it with people. They really like them. And it says Ford right on it, and people are always coming up and saying, I really like your Ferrari.
It looks like a Ferrari, dude.
Yeah, and that's the car. If you haven't seen the movie Ford versus Ferrari, that's really the car right there that was created, to beat Ferrari in the Le Mans. Is that what it is? Yeah, Le Mans. Yeah, but
wow. Did it beat the Ferrari?
Yeah. So the first one was the GT40 because it was 40 inches tall. And then this new one is a little bit taller than that. But now they have a new one that came out a few years ago that they're going for about $1 million, which is just ridiculous. I mean, it's unbelievable.
For a Ford?
Yeah. It's the new Ford GTs, the twin turbo.
I mean, nothing against Ford, but my gosh.
Yeah. Well, they came out and they were about 480,000, and then they quickly shot up to $1 million now. I mean, it just went crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Jerry said, Doug got it going on. Jason said, I have a Toyota Corolla.
I have a Toyota, my truck, the Tacoma.
Yeah. The blue
one right there. Yeah.
Now there's a couple of cars not in here, right?
Well, there's another Bronco that I bought up in Denver. That's the last year of the Bronco. It's
which one is it?
The 96. It's the Eddie Bauer edition. It kind of looks like O.J. Simpson's Bronco, but it's not the one. But anyway, yeah, I've got a great big dually diesel truck that doesn't. Nobody wants to see that, but no. That just hauls trade. That just hauls.
So you got the OJ Bronco.
It looks kind of like it, but it's not the one. But
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right there. Building wealth now to pay. So Doug, let's talk about that, because, a lot of people might think, well, Doug was born with a silver spoon and he's just had it easy and never had to never had it rough. And that's just not true.
Well, my dad was, wow, he didn't let us get away with anything. And there's been several family members, I'm not going to name them, that got fired and then got hired back again. But
wow,
it's not me. I'm just telling you that. Anyway, so, he wasn't afraid to let people go who obviously he loved and cared about. But, one thing I really respect about my dad was that, we started at the bottom. He was very smart and wise. And, we started cleaning bathrooms and sweeping floors and building ladders. And we did that for years and years. And then he had us gradually work our way up and learn different things, shipping, office things, sales, marketing, those types of things, production. And it really did two things for me anyway. It really gave me, number one, an appreciation for the employees that we have and that we had that, that bust their butt for you day in and day out. And
right.
Some of them are, barely making more than minimum wage and things like that. And so, it really gives you an appreciation for them and the hard work they put in year in, year out, day after day. And then the other thing, it just teaches you everything about the company, all the different facets of the company. So, very wise father. I mean, one time, I've told you a story before. I was married, newly married, and I wanted to get a house, and I'd been married for like a year or two. And I went to my dad and said, "Hey, here's the mistake I made, Ken." Walked into his office. I said, "I need more money." And he looked at me. Yeah. And he looked at me and he had a serious look on his face. And he goes, "Why should I give you more money? You're not worth any more money to me right now." And I mean, It just about floored me, And he said, yeah, he goes, "You can go and get more education or more experience." And, but he goes, "Why should I give you more money?" So the bottom line is, we were able to get our first house because there was an opening up in the company for the people that did all the custodial work in the front office. Gave my dad, their 30-day notice. And so for 2 or 3 years, my wife and I actually cleaned the offices either early in the morning or after work, on top of the jobs that we had before. And so at first I didn't like it. I was kind of mad at my dad, but then I realized, you know what? He's a very smart guy, and he's not going to give any freebies or handouts. And so I really learned the importance of hard work and making yourself more valuable and those types of things, and appreciated what I had and what Yep.
Look, I guess your dad wanted you to climb the corporate ladder.
Exactly, Joe. Yeah.
By the way, we're doing a giveaway. So anybody watching, you have the opportunity to win. I'm going to show you what the giveaway is. There's this.
Yeah, that's the little jumbo 2-step safety step ladder by Little Giant, and it's 375 rated. Folds up to about 2 inches flat.
Wow.
And then has that little handrail. You see that, Ken? That you can have that rail up or down, but it gives you a little more stability when you're up on top of that step, that high step.
Yes. It is. I have the 3-step, and it's that you want that rail up. You definitely want that up.
Yeah, Colleen said she wants it.
I know. And the other thing is, we're giving away a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy that I created. That is all about live streaming and social media and video marketing and video SEO and all kinds of stuff, how to build a YouTube channel and all kinds of stuff, Joe. Well, that is not PC.
Your course, Ken, is is needed so badly today, because really the future of, I think obviously the economy is going to come back and COVID's going away, but Some people have been talking about shows, trade shows, and different things like that. I don't think it's going to come back like what it once was. And I think that live is the future. And so people really need this course because, and it's helped me. I'm a member of it. And, it's a little bit scary at first because I'm a kind of a shy and quiet person to go live, but it's the future and people have to embrace it because, and your course is phenomenal. Your course is amazing.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you saying that. And I have a weekly coaching call that I've had Glenn Morshower, who was on here. Glenn, say hi if you're still here. But Glenn has been in there and spoken, 5 or 6 times and just blown. I've seen grown men cry and have their entire lives changed on one of those calls. I had Mark Victor Hansen, the #1 best-selling author in the world. I had him on
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. I've had Kyle Wilson, who was Jim Rohn's business partner of 18 years. I had him on, and all of these people come in and bring so much wisdom and so much, just so much amazing value, and they do it for free. They're not charging. I had Jen Gittimer come in, Jeffrey Gittimer's wife, this past Thursday. Jeffrey Gittimer's been in 2 or 3 different times and talked and taught and helped people with their sales and everything. I mean, it is an amazing, amazing opportunity for you to win this, and they're all recorded, and they're all of the previous coaching calls are all in the Grow Live Academy for you to go in and rewatch and gain some wisdom. You know what's interesting to me though, Doug? Oh, by the way, you have to go like the Doug Wing fan page too. So if you have not liked the Doug Wing fan page, you need to go do that right now. And Facebook. That is, what's that?
Facebook, right?
Yeah, on Facebook. Go to Facebook and look for, hold on, I'll tell you what the name of the daggone thing is. It is, it's facebook.com/Real Doug Wing. Just type in Real Doug Wing if you search Facebook and you'll find it. But you have to go like that page. You have to share this video out. Share this video. And you have to go to DougWing.com and get registered to be notified for when his book comes out. The book is called
Giant Success.
Is there a subtitle?
Geez, you're really putting me on the spot.
Dude, you have to know the subtitle of your own book.
Giant Success. Let me think about it for a second. Oh my gosh, you caught me. Hang on a second. Just keep talking.
Yeah, just look. So thank you, Colleen. I love Colleen. She's amazing. Joe Ingram. They bring content and value that would cost you thousands. It would cost you thousands of dollars to obtain on your own, for sure. Laura Bramlett Wilkerson is a dear friend of mine and a client. She's also part of the Grow Live Academy. Love you, Laura. She's down in Florida right now enjoying that nice weather. Joe Ingram is part of the Grow Live Academy. That's true. What's it called? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We changed it a couple of times. So Giant Success, and then below that it says 15 service elements, sales strategies, and business principles of Hal Wing, founder of Little Giant Ladders. Yeah.
I know you've told this story before. And Stephen, just go over to Facebook and look up Real Doug Wing and follow Doug's fan page. He's got a couple thousand followers on there right now. We're going to change that though. Let's help this guy out. Look how nice this dude is. Let's help him get more followers. Go like his fan page. So, thank you, Colleen. You're amazing. I love Colleen too. So, we've talked about this before, but Hal Wing started this like he started the Little Giant Ladder Company, your dad, on just a whim, right? You want to tell that story about how he ever even heard of the Little Giant Ladder Company, or how it all started?
Yeah, so that's a good one. Yeah, so we were in Germany, and my dad was selling life insurance for a company out of Salt Lake City. And my dad was bilingual, so he could speak English and German, but he was mostly selling life insurance to GIs. My dad was an Army veteran, and he had another partner there with him. His name was Richard, and Richard saw this ladder, and was invented by a German house painter, and he got all excited about it and was telling my dad about it. And he said, well, you really need to see this ladder. And my dad said, Richard, we're here to sell life insurance, not thinking about ladders. And so he just persisted and persisted. And finally, my dad saw it and saw the potential in it, became excited, and went to my mom and said, I'm going to quit my job. And she's like, what? And he goes, yeah, I want to sell ladders. And she was like, she probably thought he was crazy, because he was a good salesman, and he was making good money at the time. But the first few years were just lean. I mean, lean. My dad knew exactly each day how many ladders he'd had to sell. And if he didn't sell that many ladders in one day, maybe it was 8 one day, 10 one day, 5 one day, he said we were busted, we were bankrupt. And so he knew every day how many ladders he had to sell. And one of the funniest stories he ever told me was, he said he needed one more ladder sale one day, and he goes and makes a call on this guy with one arm. Okay, now, if anybody's ever used a Little Giant ladder, you've got to have 2 arms and hands to operate this thing. So my dad was like, the guy was like, well, if you can convince me that I can, if I can manipulate this ladder, I'll buy it. So my dad says they're down on the ground. They've got the ladder on the ground. He goes, we're using everything we've got. I'm showing this guy how he can do it with one arm and 2 legs and, his face or whatever. And he says, we're down there wrestling with this ladder, basically and he said, I sold it to the guy with one arm. And he goes, that was the last sale I needed that day to, basically to make my quota. And so, and another thing in the book that's going to be pretty amazing to people is that my dad traveled over 300 days a year in a station wagon and slept on top of ladders with a foam pad, ate out of a cooler, and could only afford to stay in a hotel about every 4 or 5 nights. And so, I mean, imagine you're starting a business and doing this. I don't know how many people today would do it, but he would go to a gas station bathroom every morning and had a washcloth and soap, and he would shave and kind of, give himself a little, wipe himself down and put his deodorant on and shave and brush his teeth and, clean his hair and everything. I mean, how many of us literally how many of us would do that today?
Yeah,
I don't think very many would,
No. I am, I mean, it's mind blowing. And I think it was Colleen said earlier, I want to find it because I want to put this up on the screen. Look, Scott Ringer says, I need that ladder so I can hand wash my lifted F-150 Black Widow. That's
awesome. Yeah, I know who Scott is. He's in I think he's in one of the Mustang clubs or something. He's in Utah. Yeah, I've met him before. He's got a GT 350. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Right there is what Colleen said. It's true.
Yeah, did you see there's a lady that said something Walmart? See if you can find that one. She's got a question.
No, it's no.
Is it bogus? Okay.
Yeah,
I was looking at that and I was like, what in the heck?
No, we're not popping that one up on screen.
Okay, I didn't know who that was. Okay.
That's right, Jason. He paid the price. Pay the price today. Grant Cardone says it all the time. Pay the price now so you can pay any price later. Mm-hmm. And I have seen you, Mr. Wing. Sorry, your dad was Mr. Wing. You're Doug. I've seen you though do some really just benevolent, absolutely amazing things to give to other people. And man, the apple did not fall far from the tree is all I can say. You're just like your dad, man. You're just like your dad. And I love that about you. Your giving, caring heart. And, yeah.
Wow. That's super. I mean, that's nice of you to say. I don't know if I'll ever be the man he was, but it's definitely something to shoot for sure. He was incredible, and miss that guy every day, and my mom too. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, Scott, you didn't do your introduction. How you say his name all the time too?
Scott Ricard is
there
in
we
the
go.
house.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah,
That's right, Stephen. 10x. Like I here's the other thing. Like so many people are living their lives today in this in a story that was told to them or they were convinced of many years ago, maybe as a child, and they're still living in this negative. I mean, there's so many things that people need to learn to forget about, like let it go, like just let things go. And I think that for me, one of the number one best things I ever did in my life was learn to help somebody. If I help somebody else, it significantly minimizes my problems. And it just puts me in a position spiritually and mentally to be able to come out of any situation I'm in and catapult my life to the next level. Have you found that to be true for yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's times, where you're kind of down a little bit, you're having a bad day, and nothing picks you up better and faster than realizing. And again, I learned some of these things from you, Ken, too. And for the first one is to really count your blessings every day and to look at the positives. Now, there's been a lot of negativity, on the news and with COVID and fear and things like that. But we're coming out of COVID. We're going to make it. And everybody's gonna survive this, and we're gonna thrive if we have the right attitude, and we go out and try to find somebody again to help and serve, because there's a lot of, and again, it doesn't have to be anything big. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who are discouraged right now, who are depressed. You can text people, you can call friends, you can, just talk to people on the street. I mean, and talk. I mean, just talking to people and just saying hello and how's your day and being nice. I mean, I did very well in sales by just being nice.
Yeah.
And they always say nice guys finish last. I don't think so. I think that if you're nice, and you're sincere, whatever you're doing, people are going to appreciate that, and you're going to be very successful.
Well, what do you say we make the announcement? We can mute this, and for anybody watching, there's still time. If you share this video out, share it out. That's number one. Number two, go to dougwing.com and register real quick. All you do is enter your name and email address. Register real quick to be notified of when Doug's book comes out. And number three, go like his page on Facebook at Real Doug Wing. Just look up on Facebook, type in Real Doug Wing, and you'll find his fan page and like that. And you do those things, you're going to be. We're doing it now, right? We're going to announce the winner tonight.
Let's do it.
Whoever wins is going to win this little giant ladder right here. It's called the two-step
jumbo step.
Huh?
Jumbo step, yeah.
Jumbo step. Is it called a safety step?
The old one you have, Ken, is, I'm sorry, I was saying it wrong. The new ones are the jumbo step, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're going to win this right here. And the winner will also be receiving a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy, my academy that Doug was just talking about. A lot of people talk about the academy. You're going to learn how to live stream, what equipment to use, how to build an audience, how to keep an audience, how to do a lot of things with video and video marketing through email and text messages, and and YouTube search engine optimization to rank videos to the top of YouTube. You're going to learn a lot of things. Plus, you'll be included in the weekly coaching call on Thursday evenings at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you can be on the live coaching call. So you still have a couple of minutes to do all of the things that I just mentioned. And if you do all of those things, then we're going to pick somebody to win.
Yeah, one of the best things about your program too, Ken, is that they're recorded, even those coaching calls every week. And so whoever wins this can go on over and over and over again. And every time you watch those, I don't know how many videos you have on there, hundreds probably, I don't know, but every time they go on there, those modules, they can learn. It's like reading a book, that book you were showing earlier. Every time you read a book and you read it again in a couple months or a year later, you learn something new every time. So
all right, Stephen already did them all. Colleen, you are amazing. By the way, Colleen, I think you're a member of the Grow Live Academy, I believe. If you're already a member of the Grow Live Academy, you will be given the opportunity to give it to someone that you love or someone that you don't love.
that needs help, that needs live streaming help.
Yeah,
right?
It may very well be somebody you don't love that needs help. So, yeah, definitely. It's the Grow Live Academy is packed with so much amazing information. I mean, it's amazing. So, how about what do you think, Doug? Should I call you right now? We mute our microphones and talk about the people. I'm pulling up right now. I'm pulling up. Hold on, let me pull up and see who shared this out. It's going to tell me here in just a second. I think it's going to tell me, maybe. What the heck is going on with Facebook, man? It's crazy. Oh, there we go. The notifications thing wasn't showing up. Okay, I am looking at the people who shared this out. And you have to be on here, by the way. If you're not on here and we call your name, we're going to give you about, I don't know, a minute, and then we're calling somebody else. So, all right, Doug, I'm going to call you real quick on your phone. Let me put in my AirPod. We're going to need to we're going to need to mute. We're going to need to mute our microphones. Colleen said that we are cute. Thank you.
Whoa.
Bruce said, I love everybody. That's awesome, dude. So do I. So, all right, Doug, mute yourself. Everybody, hang tight for a minute, and we're gonna come back on after we chat about who the potential winner is. So, hang on just 1 second. Doug is muted. I forgot I can mute Doug. Hang on. I'm gonna call Doug real quick. I had to tell Doug to cover his mouth up. Okay. Unmute yourself, Doug. So, the jury has met, and we have we have a verdict. Doug, I'd like you to go ahead and first let me tell everybody this is what the winner is getting. The winner is getting a 2-step. What do you call it? I'm sorry, I keep messing it up.
The Little Giant Jumbo step.
Jumbo 2-step?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to get that, and you're going to get a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy. And I'm going to give Mr. Wing the full screen to announce who the winner is. The jury has met, and the jury has come up with a verdict.
All right. Our winner tonight is Stephen Fitch.
Boom!
Congratulations, Stephen.
Stephen shared the crap out of this, man.
He really did.
He shared it everywhere.
And thank you to all those that has shared and did everything as well. Ken, you want to talk about that? There's going to be some more opportunities going forward.
There's a lot more opportunities, and those opportunities. There's eight more licenses that we have to give away. So we're going to be doing this more and more as the months go by, and each time you're going to have the opportunity to win a Little Giant ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the 2-step is what we're going to do each time, and then you're going to win a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy. And look, you need to go over, like the Doug page, go over and did you see what Scott said? Guess I'll go buy that ladder.
You gotta listen. We're talking about it right now, Scott.
Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have a chance. So don't give up. I'm telling you.
You got 8 more shots.
And Doug and I pay attention. We know what's up. We keep an eye on who's doing what. And look, the bottom line is we want people that to follow us and be part of this, that have good hearts and are coming from the right place in their hearts, and that's what it's all about. So, you know, for me it is. I don't know about Doug. He's kind of evil.
Oh man, that was cool.
I'm just kidding.
I know. No, this is fun to do this, and again, thanks to Ken for the Grow Live Academy, which is really going to bless people's lives, and the Little Giant Ladder, which is going to keep people safe. You know, Ken, I don't know a lot of people know this, but one person dies every day as a result of falling off of a ladder. And so it's very important that you have a good ladder and that you also use it correctly, because most of the time people are using it wrong, and that's when they get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, our friend Donovan, you know Donovan Blanks, right? Do you know Donovan?
I think so. Yeah.
He works for Jerry Eisenhower, and he just fell about a month and a half ago. He fell, and it was actually a Little Giant ladder he was on, but he didn't have it. He didn't have it secured to the roof properly, and it slid, and he fell, and he literally, it messed him up, man. Like it messed him up bad.
Yeah, you can get hurt really, really bad, or again, you can be killed by a fall. I mean, even
look at that, 16 feet. Wow, that's a fall.
Yeah, and that hurts when you're.
Do you ever wonder how cats can jump from a refrigerator and not like?
I don't know. I know I'm allergic to cats, Ken, but I don't know how they can do it.
Of course you are. That's crazy, dude. So, yeah, Donovan shattered. I don't know if he shattered. I know he broke a lot of bones, man, a lot. Yeah. And he's lucky he didn't land on his head, or I mean, that's how people die. They land on the wrong way and break their neck, and that's it, man. That is it. Look at this. Scott says, my 82-year-old neighbor across the street fell off the ladder back in October and did not survive the fall.
Well, that's terrible. But I'll tell you what, when I'm 82, I won't be on ladders anymore. because the older you get, the more unstable I guess you get more shaky and things like that. But yeah, it's a tragedy. Sorry to hear about that.
That's crazy, man. Well, listen, thank you to everybody who watched tonight. We're going to be doing this more often. We might even increase the frequency a little bit and do it a lot more often. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Yeah,
it's been a while since we've done this, but we need to have Steven, if he could send in his shipping information, including his phone number, and then we can get the ladder shipped to him. Yeah.
So Steven, just send me a message on Facebook Messenger. Send me your address, your email address, your phone number, and your shipping. So make sure it's your shipping address so we can get this sent out to you. Congratulations, Steven Fitch, for being the winner of a lifetime membership to the Grow Live Academy, as well as the Little Giant Ladder. Congratulations.
Yeah, and thank you to everyone for jumping on tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. So we will see you guys later. Have a great night, and thank you all. Thank you for all the shares and everything. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, Doug. I appreciate you, man.
Okay, talk to you later, Ken.
See you guys. Don't hang up, Doug. See you guys later. Don't hang up, Doug.
Bye.
Bye.